do you want?
You haven't made like a video.
I'm playing Overwatch. Best game, Overwatch. Yeah.
You haven't made a video.
I'm playing Overwatch.
Yeah, you haven't made a video in 6 months.
I'm playing Overwatch.
Hey! What are you doing? Shut up! Suck! Yeah, flashbang! Yeah, real fucking nice! McCoy, where are you? I'm not making this free.
This is a good game. Man, she's right. I gotta make another video. But
TerryByte.
I won.
Hold on. I'll try that one more time, maybe.
I had a personal victory.
That was awful.
You murdered him. In the
Demolition Girl, PS2. I was thinking about that. It seems like easy target. Too much of an 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 easy target. It's been a while. It's been a while since I made a dumb, silly internet video berating someone's hard work on the internet, isn't it? When was the last time I said I'd do one of these? Wow. I suck. But you know, I haven't been lazing around the whole time just playing Overwatch.
Because you're our best player. What? Why are you bouncing around back there?
I've actually been working on a lot of other videos that I've had to scrap for one reason or another. I mean, I had to look at a TV show where this was considered fighting. I dressed up in a goddamn suit to talk about this clunky mess. I'm gonna go with Ghost here, not only because he's male, but also because he's Asian and Australian. It's 3 layers of discrimination all rolled up into one. All the while referencing this piece of shit. Because that's still funny, right? But alas, I didn't think they were good enough. They weren't up to snuff. I wasn't inspired. And because of that, I missed out on all that Patreon money. I mean, 6 months at that amount per month? How much did I lose? But looking down my game hit list, there was another one. Demolition Girl. For the PS2. I played it, and I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was so funny. It was ripe for making a video on. And, well, I felt inspired again. And then I hated myself. Because it's another game. Another goddamn game with a bikini girl on it. I mean, like a half-naked girl PS2 game. Is that what I get inspired by? Like, really? 6 months out of the blue, I get inspired by a half-naked girl? It's not even a porn game, really, isn't it? It's just a game to make 12-year-olds jerk their little weenies because they're too scared to browse Pornhub. And while I was on a friend's stream, which you can check out here... Oh yeah, annotations are gone. Fuck, a lot has changed since I was away. A long-time viewer and fan, Digiman, said to me to have a look at Demolition Girl, but little did he know, I already had a look at it, and I said it was too easy of a target. But then Superdust said...
I mean, okay, let's think about this logically. Half of Terry's videos are porn games.
Really? Am I that guy now? Am I the guy to go to? Am I the guy who has to dirty his hands and most likely penis to review a game of this caliber? I mean, look at it! Look at it! It is pure smut! It is a game with a giant bikini girl, and that's it! That's the premise of the entire game! What else is there to say about this? It's pure smut! It's disgusting! Made for toddlers. And that's when I knew. I had to have a look at this. There's something to be said about the fact she's wearing high heels while stomping the city around here.
Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's
Girl. Is it trying to say that all women are heartless monsters? Because, you know, I'm not finding that very sexy. Good lord! Could the music be more dramatic? Is it making up for how bored out the giant lady is? Even selecting an option is a bit OTT. Hello. I am Rita Futaba. Okay, anything with Japanese ladies and the letters futa can't be a good sign. So I'm just gonna shut up here and let you watch, okay? Okay.
Yeah, there isn't any music. Or voice acting. Or anything. It's literally just a slideshow. I mean, I get that maybe they couldn't get a voice actor in English or whatever, but, you know, some beach sound effects would have been good enough here. Here, I'll do it for you. I mean, it's funny how lazy this all is.
Tentacles! We got tentacles! Oh! Weird boys!
So, the story here is that this model actively touches this dangerous looking thing and faints. That was a good idea. Thud. Just thud. Okay. And now she's giant.
What? You fucking expect anything different?
Chapter 1. A giant creature.
Jesus! What?
Oh, now there's sound effects? 2 minutes of absolute silence, and now we get a dun, and we get our first chapter, where apparently this news outlet thinks this giant is a new form of life, and, you know, humanoid? Wow. So, what's the best solution?
Take a helicopter with a fucking machine gun and...
Cake. So, disappointingly, you don't get to play as the giant model to destroy the city, but instead, this shitty little helicopter. I gotta say, I didn't think I'd be disappointed by a game I literally had no hope for, but I did. That's new for me.
It's like taking a test that you expected to fail only to find out you got a 0. But, you know, with today's.
And we are back to silence. A giant creature, come on, you can clearly see it's human. Hell, doesn't the camera crew who are obviously working with her on the photo have any say in this? Bam! Problem solved. You don't need to shoot her or measure her dimensions. You know, I am saddened that this still confuses me. I've seen strange things. I've seen a lot of boobs. I've played Honey Pop for 19 hours. And still the fact I'm flying a helicopter measuring a giant bikini-clad ass, the instructions clearly say, have a good look at them. I thought I'd be stronger. Oh, okay, now they start speaking. You have literally silence during those cutscenes, and now they're speaking echoing Japanese. I mean, at least put the Japanese over the parts with the subtitles. Consistency here, come on. Hey, look, we're actually playing the game, and I immediately regret it. These controls are so stiff. It's actually unbelievable. It feels like the helicopter is going through water. There's absolutely no ebb or flow to the vehicle itself. There's no inertia to your weight, no feeling that you're flying, absolutely nothing. And can I just remind you that the mission here is breast data acquisition? Like, not even the face is the most important part, it's the breasts first. Ooh, that's a truth bomb, ain't it? You're right there? Holy shit! Okay, so Riho here apparently just wants to destroy shit now. She doesn't want help. She's gonna terrorize land. I guess I'd be pretty mad too if I was a giant asking for help, but instead people just scanned my tits. So you might be wondering, what's with the cake girl here? What use does that have? Well, you can throw vibrators that explode into cake, which she licks the icing and somehow that makes the whole cake disappear.
Cake or death? Cake, please.
So I get her breast, hip, buttock, and face data. And for the second mission, Riho now has to be captured, because getting her breast measurements was far more important. So, how do we capture her? Through a giant syringe mounted on a missile launcher. She needs so many syringes apparently that it doesn't take 1 or 2 or not even 3 but 50. You literally spam syringes into random body parts until this bar fills up at the speed of her walking pace. And this is where the controls really get annoying. You see, in the first level, you can afford to be pretty lenient because the ray covers a large breast. But in this case, we have to specifically shoot syringes into her face while she's moving around being a dumbass. Oh well, that was a thing that happened. After successfully putting her to sleep and watching her dab, we go to the next mission. Oh. Oh yeah, aliens are in the game now. I can't believe this is a game. I just don't believe this was something a programmer worked on. How do you make a flying game? A game where you fly around dogfighting and not have the right analog stick do a goddamn thing. Tilting left or right on the controller makes you barrel roll, and to actually turn, you need to press square or circle. Are you mad? Just fuck off. Just what? So, after defeating 50 of these goddamn octopus aliens, we're only going for that tentacle angle, aren't we? We just fly off. I'm sure there are more than 50 out there, but oh well, we got breast started. Do we really need to save her? Oh my goodness, this game is Resident Evil. I love how the head crab alien thing here is just dancing along going wiggle, 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 wiggle. Ryo Futaba, who has been docile up until now.
Docile.
So, giant boob lady here is racing towards Tokyo for whatever, I don't know. But now we have to mercilessly shoot her down in a tank while avoiding cars on the highway who are trying to get away from her. Oh, I'm sorry, did I say avoid? I mean fucking blow them up with your missiles. My god, that is cruel, but it's honestly the best strategy. Fuck the public, we gotta keep shooting out missiles at giant bikini lady here. And after beating this level, we're up to the final stage? Really? Just 6 stages? Are you kidding me? What, is the 3+ on the cover supposed to represent how many stages there are? Oh, that's really subtle. And suitable for toddlers, might I add. So here we shoot Riho to shrink her while she's climbing the tower, and then shoot the fuck out of the alien. Nothing much to say here, missiles are surprisingly easy to dodge once you know how to, and well, there you go. You beat Demolition Girl. And the ending is pretty awful, as you'd imagine. Riho wakes up, still in a bikini of course, and asks why there are so many people. And then... no explanation of the aliens. Nothing? No epilogue? Do you care? Do you honestly care? I don't care. I don't care at all. No, I don't give a shit. I'm just playing this game for the YouTube views.
Yeah, I think you get the idea. And this is just awful. This is awful. I mean, how is this Peggy 3+? How is this appropriate for any sort of toddler? For a game that literally says breast acquisition? I don't get it. This is clearly made to be eye candy at the best, pseudo-porn for little kids, but it fails at it because you're too busy fiddling with the fuck controls to get your pants down to look at the titty. So if you're wondering where I was, I've been playing Demolition Girl, watching some anime, and I don't know, oh, I've been talking on my Discord that you can join in the description below. Come and say hi and all that stuff. It's plenty of good time. Man, it's been a while since I've ended a video. I'm a bit rusty, I have to say. Well... oh boy, another room shake. I wonder what it could be this time, eh?
Really? We waited 6 months for this?
Yeah, you did. You know, I've never really been part of the whole Crash Bandicoot fan base. I do remember playing the games, I remember watching it a lot behind my cousin as he played, mainly Crash 3. But Crash Bandicoot to me has always been a mascot. So when the Insane Trilogy came around, I wasn't that hyped for it, but I do have to admit, it's nice for the fans of Crash Bandicoot to get something after all these years. I mean, after all, you don't leave a character like that benched for over a year.
Hey, dickhead.
Whoa! It's Andy the Bootleg trademarked!
That's me. A whole year. You've ignored me for a whole year.
Say what now?
I was supposed to be a fresh new character to replace that stupid Cedric jar you have, but no! You thought putting me in videos was too much work, and instead I'm just a prop for your stupid cross-dressing Dora sketches where you cover me in tomato sauce and leave me on the balcony without cleaning me for months on end!
Well, to be fair, I was busy and...
Too busy to give me a quick wash?
Yeah? Okay. What do you want?
I want more roles on your channel.
That's it?
I really got nothing else in my life. I'm a goddamn boot on a leg. What else do I have?
That's true. But my answer's still no.
Sweet. What?
Look, Andy. Bootlegs are just not that great to cover, okay? They've either got nothing to do with the game whatsoever, or they're just bad translations and nonsensical. So it's just repetitive.
You do realize there's a gun pointed at you, right?
Crash Bandicoot bootlegs, everybody!
TerryByte.
If you've watched my Harry Potter bootleg video, you'll know there was footage of a Crash Bandicoot bootleg game in there. I really thought nothing of it when I was making the video. I just needed sample footage to show the breadth and scope of what bootleg games had to offer. How weird they can be, how strange the concept, how borderline offensive and batshit insane they are.
And here I am, playing it.
2003 Crash 2 The Huge Adventure. So it's a sequel to The Huge Adventure, and it's made by our favorite company, Syntax, who've made just a plethora of shit. This was released on the Game Boy Color, and well, that's all the info I can find about it. Oh no. Is that the artwork for the game? God, Crash here looks like he's a redneck on the fast track to get a potbelly about to shoot some protesters just for the fun of it with his overly realistic looking Wampa shotgun? And you say there's nothing to talk about. Serene life of people is in this fine cosmos. Whoa, is that animation? I'm honestly stunned. Even Harry Boy didn't have that. Oh look, it's Cortex. I think? I do not know to how I still take you nearby. You disappointed me so many times. Disappointed. You know, when I was writing the script, Word autocorrected it to the actual spelling twice before it straight up gave up and said, you know what, fine, spell it wrong, dumbass.
Disappointed!
Forgives me. I wasted so many years to try to conquer those stupid people. Oh, that was a bit dark. Trust me, I have a plan for resident of the weak and small people on Earth. Your God. I am your ruler. Ha! Holy moly, he's a giant nobody from Kingdom Hearts 2. Finally, I won't, and now no one can obstructed me.
I mean, I have passed 3, so I guess I can as long as I have more than 25% of my health.
I think I've seen it all. The random pictures, the awful translation, which honestly isn't as bad as Grand Fando. Nothing can surprise me, honestly. I've shot giant bikini ladies. I've played 3D Pac-Man with Harry Potter sprites. Come on, give me your best. A giant chicken. Is he supposed to be Aku Aku? A giant fucking chicken? What the fuck is going on? And Crash says, okay. What? The actual...
I'm excited. Let's play this sucker. Oh.
Alright, for real, I just got killed by a walking mushroom, but its head is an egg. I'm trying so hard to actually figure out what this thing is. Seriously, in the comments, what the fuck is that thing? So as you can see, you can jump and spin just like in the games and break boxes. The aim of each level is to collect the gem and get to the end of the level, so I have to admit it follows the gameplay of the actual series, and to be fair, Crash doesn't look awful. I mean, he doesn't look great, but have you seen what this company churns out? The only thing that's really awful are the controls, mainly spinning, because it stops all your momentum. Pressing B locks you in a disgustingly slow and painful attack that makes attacking in general not fun at all. Oh look, it's a purple baby tiger cub with a panda face. Just fucking stop. Oh my god, what is that thing? And what is that? What? Oh my god, I'm gonna be sick. Also, every time Crash jumps, he does a single frame of the sickest dab.
You know what? This isn't too bad. Okay, it's terrible. That's not what I mean. Like, yes, the controls are janky and the character designs are nonsensical and there's a giant chicken. But that's not what I mean at all. Because, you know, people love to make fun of these bootlegs and all that, but in reality, you have to think about it. There's some poor Chinese kid back in the day. This was all they had. Their parents really wanted to give them some form of entertainment, so they buy a dodgy copy off a market store. and this was all they had. So you can take your bad Crash games and shove it, because there was some poor kid out there who played 2003 Crash 2, and they probably loved it.
So I collect the gem, get to the end of the level, and nothing is happening. What do? I just walk around a bit, get freaked out by the crawling animation of Crash, and legit, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Am I supposed to collect something else? Because otherwise, this warp pad should take me to the next level. I've been here for 10 minutes, what am I supposed to...
Yo, Andy, shoot me right here, come on, right there, yeah.
I have no idea what I did differently. My best bet is you warp whenever the game feels like it. But whatever, it worked now, and... Well, that was cheap. Hey, this is like one of those chase levels, except it's a truck. This level just keeps going and going and going. Oh, I'm so bored. Just end already. What the hell? Why is that box green? Is that supposed to be a nitro crate? Well, you know what? I'm not willing to try it out. Oh, finally, it's the end of the level. It's time to warp out of here and...
On to the next game.
Crash Bandicoot for the Sega Genesis. Just let that sink in. Well, after booting the game up, you get treated to an awfully compressed image of what looks like Crash Mind of a Mutant, meaning that this has to be released post-2008 for the Sega Genesis. Let's just start. What the fuck am I looking at? Is that supposed to be Crash? Because it's quite clearly a squirrel. Oh, but he's throwing Wumpa fruit and has gems, so therefore, Crash Bandicoot, ladies and gentlemen! Okay, so here's the deal. You play as Crash here, running through each level to get to the end in a Sonic fashion, running fast with that
Blast processing.
and a variety of moves at your disposal. You can double jump, fall to the ground, glide through the air, do a cool somersault vault kick thing, and this. Honestly, this is pretty fun, powering through levels and trying to avoid enemies, nothing special, but it has a nice feel to it. It's a bit slippy, but it helps its fast gameplay. The gliding mechanic is pretty cool and requires a bit of skill, although it still has its fair share of bullshit. Oh, what the fuck? The sprite work is solid, animation is sweet. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's nothing special, but I could see myself trying to beat this game. It has a fairly good learning curve. I just wish the screen was zoomed out a little bit. But honestly, it's got cool concepts. This annoying yet somewhat satisfying slippy surface, the Wumpa throwing, the bonus rooms, the platforming, the glide mechanic is all pretty satisfying once you get it down. Only problem, what in the holy hell has this got to do with Crash Bandicoot? Apart from literally that title screen, the gems and apples, I'm not even gonna call them Wumpa anymore, nothing. Straight nothing. In fact, if you're familiar with the Genesis or SNES library, you might recognize this game. It's a hack of Zero the Kamikaze Squirrel, which would explain the reason why a fucking Bandicoot can glide. All they did was replace the ninja stars, come on, it was the 90s, everything had to be ninjas, and life bar with Crash assets.
That's it.
Now, in most cases, I wouldn't have known this was a hack of a previous SNES or Genesis game because I'm not that familiar with its library, so I would have to research it, but I didn't have to for this particular game. You know why? Because it says right there, Zero the Kamikaze Squirrel. They didn't even try. Yo, Andy, I'm done.
Done? That was only like 2 games.
Yeah, that's all of them. Crash wasn't that big of an icon to make hacks of in the first place. I mean, there was one more made for the GBA, but that plays exactly like the existing 2003 Crash 2, just with updated graphics. And it's also impossible to play because it hasn't been dumped yet.
You can't just end it there, you looked at like 5 last time.
Yeah, that's why they're so hard to review, just like I said at the start of the video. They're hacks of existing games, or they're so nonsensical I can't really talk about anything, or they're so blatantly offensive to use 9/11 footage to show off their port of Metal Slug. And that's a thing.
Gee, that went dark.
Okay, Andy, if it means that much to you, I'll do other bootlegs of other franchises. How about that?
Promise?
Yes.
Cross your heart and hope to die?
Yes.
Put a ring on it?
Yeah-huh.
The one ring?
Yes.
The one ring to rule them all?
Andy, where are you going with... Oh. do you keep on falling? Why do you suck at this game?
Hey man, look, I'm not bad. This character stats just suck. Look. Yeah, I found that in my games collection. Man, playing these really bad skate games makes me nostalgic for Tony Hawk's Pro Skater and all those fun games we used to play as a kid.
Yeah, like Grind Session.
What the hell's Grind Session?
Wow.
Grind Session. Now this was one of the first games I ever played. Like, ever. And was also a direct competitor to the Pro Skater series by Tony Hawk. Now, why did there ever need to be a competitor in the first place? Well, there didn't. However, this does mean that Grind Session is lesser known, which means less views, which is what I'm all about. If you look at Wikipedia, this is the page on Grind Session. Grind Session is a skateboard game developed by Shabba Games, released on the PlayStation in 2000. And that's it. And needs verification. Okay. Yep. It's a skate game. There we go, it's verified. Give me that tick, YouTube. I have no idea how I acquired this game in the first place. I imagine my mum and dad thought this was the Tony Hawk Professional Skater Boy, so they just bought it for me to start my interest in skateboarding. And I did when I was 6. And I fell hard. They were probably laughing their asses off as I fell and started crying, and I wouldn't blame them. Watching little kids fall is absolutely hilarious. Now, the developers really have just worked on skate games in their early lives, even working on Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 later, so we could be in good hands here. Oh, this intro. Oh, it's so beautifully late 90s. You know, where life was seen through a fisheye lens and literally that's it. To be fair, there's some pretty cool skating and average but serviceable music, nowhere near as epic as Tony Hawk Pro Skaters 2 intro, but it's cool nonetheless. And because this is the PAL version, look, different languages with some groovy ass music. Plus, if you select a different option, you get a cool record scratch. Gotta say, that's pretty neat. So interestingly, we get 6 pro skaters to choose from, including John Cardiel, Ed Templeton, who founded Toy Machine, and one of my personal favorite skaters, Daewon Song, a master of manuals and weird and impressive tricks. So right out of the gate, I can tell this was a game made for skateboard enthusiasts. All the sponsors and buyers, I mean the regular video game homeboy rad as heck dude wouldn't care about any of these. It's even shown at the end credits that developers actually had a go at skating themselves, so there's some real passion here. Also, his blood type is thick. After choosing a board and whether trucks are loose or tight, I do like that touch, we get to go to the banks. Also, this guy is standing in front of a train. That's... ooh. Oh no. Yeah, he's a bit blocky and his face is messed up, but for PS1 it's not bad. But as for the controls, well, let's just say that if you look at the sentence I just said beforehand, it's not bad. It would be the opposite. I don't know what that joke was either. I think the biggest problem isn't the controls itself, but the controller. Because for some reason, I can't use the analog sticks, only the D-pad, which completely hinders the experience. On the back, however, it does say it does support analog sticks, so either it's the PS2 doing technology things that I don't understand, or the back is a complete fucking liar.
Yeah, because we're getting around the rank now where our hackers.
Fuck off, I'm with a friend, stop calling me! Hi.
Don't answer.
But considering the fact I can't use analog sticks, I have to review off that, and oh my god, it's just so clunky. Aiming for set pieces or just basic rails and jumps is a bigger pain than it has to be, and you'll have to get used to that Daewon spouts out. The same damn way. In fact, every character in the game uses the same sound clip. Now, I'm not going to say that the Tony Hawk games didn't have the exact same problem, but there was one saving grace from that. Falling actually sounded like falling in that game. If you fall on the ground, blood splattered, you fell on your spine, you heard your bones crack. But in Grind Session, you cycle through like
pre-animations while your character straight just glides on the ground like he's in Disney on Ice. It really doesn't make it feel as punk as it should be, and it feels so kid-friendly. Now that isn't to say that skate games can't be kid-friendly. Oh my god, that hurt. But what I do mean is that if you're building a game with punk themes, pretty ghetto hip-hop, and overall made for skaters, come on. Going back to the controls, the turning circle is incredibly wide without much room for error. And let me remind you that my trucks were loose. Apart from that, everything else is as you would expect. X is ollie, circle is grab, square is flip, and triangle is grind. Everything is the same, except that you have to hold triangle to stay on the rail. Annoying, yes, but no, but it's just annoying. I think the problem is that Tony Hawk Pro Skater is still on the mind, so I instinctively let go of the triangle button to set up a sick-ass combo! But you constantly need to press triangle to keep on the rail. You have maybe half a second before you let go of the rail, so it's not hard, just a weird transitional period. But secondly, and more importantly, it doesn't make any goddamn sense. And here I think this is a good time to identify one of the major differences Grind Session has from Tony Hawk. You see, when you start the map, you only have 90 seconds to get a high score and knock down objects like boomboxes and trash cans, which I've always questioned in these sort of games. But there is one more stat to fill up as you ride around the map: tech lines. Now what the hell is a tech line? It's kinda like a gap in Tony Hawk, you know, where you jump over a gap, chuck a transfer, but instead, these range from short little rails to really long combos. But what's so special about this? Well, remember, you only have 90 seconds, and to do all the challenges is pretty hard, but the tech lines give you extra time, which is an absolutely cool feature. Rewarding good skating with extra time to do missions and gain points is crazy fun. That's something the Tony Hawk games never really touched upon. Everything's gotta be combos, you know, manual to this, primo to that, some ridiculous shit. But in reality, skate videos are nothing like that. You have lines where skaters just skate to the next set piece to trick off. Show off. Here, depending on the line, you can just cruise to the next pointer that is shown. Although admittedly, it doesn't really show whether the line has to be a combo or just cruise to, so it's easy to get confused. Blue lines give 5 seconds, yellow 10, and red 20 seconds, so there's plenty of ways to extend playtime to make sure everything gets done. And goddamn, it is satisfying to hear the little, to then get the However, while I did talk about Tony Hawk's overemphasis on combos, here, comboing is a bit too hard. Not because of that weird press triangle to keep grinding Kingdom Hearts 2 style bullshit, but because of manuals. Manuals in the Tony Hawk games were the thing that allowed combos to keep on going, which is employed in real skating too. But here, manuals are just a short little animation which cannot be steered, no balance bar, and is completely straight line that cannot be cancelled. It's lame. Like, really lame. Like, who manuals or even 50-50s like that? If you could control your manuals, then honestly, I would say this is better than Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Seriously. It's just a shame that there are side missions that you actually have to get a high combo when the fuck controls make it so much harder to gain good combos to begin with. Although the prize for them aren't too great. Just some photos. Really? Is that the best you can do, Day One? It's funny that real life Day One song can do more impressive things than yeah, that. So while skating around today, I found Grind Session to be strangely satisfying, despite its finicky controls. I mean, yeah, the controls do suck, but I'm not sure if that's just me. It says it supports analog controls, so maybe honestly it is just me. And to be fair, it's not bad. It almost stands up to Tony Hawk, but it's so close. But it doesn't hit it. But at least it's not Airblade where it needs to have a story, or Disney Sports Skateboarding where it's a complete mess. So, you know what? It did good. I mean, it was my first introduction into skateboarding, hip-hop, and rock, so I think this isn't too bad. You did good, Grind Session. You did good.
What the hell sort of game was that?
I am, TerryByte's average reviewer. 2.
Man, this game was stupid. What sort of game focuses on reviewing video games?
I don't know. It's such a stupid subject matter, isn't it?
Man, you should be reviewing this game.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah. I mean, it's got a hell of a lot of flaws and it's trying way too hard to be funny, so... Yeah, you know what? That'll be a really good episode.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna do it right now.
TerryByte.
TerryByte's Adequate Reviewer is a game that really tries hard to be good, but it falls flat. I mean, here's a game that makes you review a video game. How meta is that? I don't have a Switch. I'm very mad about this. Very mad. Now I have to play Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U, which is... It's the exact same game, so... I'm not that mad about that, actually.
TerryByte.
Ah, Mario Kart, one of my favorite kart races. In fact, it is my favorite. My high school days were permeated with races on Mario Kart DS during recess and lunch, with all those rivalries and so forth. It was just so much fun.
So I decided to make a top 10 list of Mario Kart tracks. Not because I have an undying passion for Mario Kart or some stupid crap like that, but because my very first top 10 was Mario Kart tracks music. I don't know why I did that. I mean, I should have done the tracks first, then the music. That makes more sense. I don't know, maybe I was trying to be unique or something. But, as apology for that video, peak graphics, yo! Oh my god, I'm so sorry about that. So we're going to be looking at the top 10 Mario Kart tracks. Remember, all opinion, and I nor anybody else cares if you're upset by this list. Let's go.
Now this is a stage that took the form of a Mario Kart stage, hell, any racetrack in general, and says, yo, fuck that shit, we gon' make it a maze! Kinda. Okay, in reality, once you race it a couple of times, you always take the same route because, hey, you wanna win. But the whole concept that there's a bunch of twisting paths, almost in a honeycomb, intertwining fashion, is a breath of fresh air, especially in Mario Kart's early days. I loved racing on Yoshi Valley on Mario Kart 64 and taking a whole different route, figuring out which was longer and shorter each time. It's my third favorite track on Mario Kart 64 by far. But as for number 1 and 2, well, you have to just keep on watching. Specifically, the Mario Kart 64 Warrior Stadium racetrack is amazing, mainly for its jank as hell physics. Seriously, everyone likes to say they love Mario Kart 64 as the best Mario Kart, but in all honesty, what is up with the physics in this game? It feels like your kart is the mass of a star, plonking on the ground with such weight, yet you feel as if you weigh nothing at the same time. I don't know how to explain it. Flying through the air in Mario Kart 64 never felt right, except in Warrior Stadium. This is the stage that just feels right, with its monster truck arena aesthetic, bumps and humps, a huge jump that if you mess up sends you back half the damn map. It's got everything you need for a good time or an awful 4 minutes. It feels like this is raw racing, like oh shit boy, we about to step into the big boy league. Get out of here with your moo farm shit. And that sense of dread when you take that mid-track jump, hoping a random lightning bolt won't mess up your flight path, it's magical. Magical? That's a weird way of putting it. Who the fuck is magical? Come on. You drive down pianos and xylophones and they make the sound as you do it. What other reason do you need? If there is one thing that describes Calamari Desert, it's the word memorable. So bloody memorable. Is it the setting? No, it's just a desert. Is it the racetrack itself? No, it's your standard track. So what is it? You know what it is. It's that goddamn train. It stops for no one, and you can try to challenge it, but more often than not, it'll just get the better of you, and you just gotta wait. As everyone you're ahead of rocks up as you sit your ass down trying to think of small talk. This is honestly why I like this track. It's that tension you get when everyone is waiting for the train and then fuck everyone over as soon as the gates pull up and everyone goes back to their jackass ways, just regular old Mario Kart antics. There aren't any other tracks like this where it essentially forces people to wait instead of rubber banding of AI or items. Almost everybody has a chance, and that's the way it should be. Well, almost. Because no one can beat me. You want chaos? You got it. Baby Park, literally just a circle. Well, an ellipse. Well, a rectangle with circular sides. So a racetrack shape. How the hell was I going with this? No gimmicks, no jumps, hell, barely a setting, just a pure bone 7-lap course with items and pure carnage. I mean, yes, the better racer will win, but not without sweating bullets with some asinine bullshit that will just randomly appear on your screen. It's so simple, yet dastardly in design, especially in Mario Kart 8 where it's anti-gravity so you can bump into people for extra speed. It's awesome, albeit probably not that great if you're trying to get a really good time, but still, Baby Park, made for the only adult of people. You fucking piece of shit! This track is like an adventure. You first approach the airship with bullet bills in your path, climbing up to the deck, maneuvering through a bunch of moles into the cabins below, being shot into a goddamn cannon, and then into a tower, which spirals down just to be repeated again. It's a crazy course, and you really get the scale of the ship and the bullet bills to make this track really interesting. It's a crazy course. It's really the scale of the ship and the bullet bills that really make this track interesting and almost scary. And also that purple sky. Purple's cool. It's a brilliant homage to Mario 3, just so damn creative. For a course based on the airship levels, they could have just made a course based on the ship itself as it flies through the air, something like that. It would have been cool enough. But instead they went above and beyond, incorporating a cannon shot and basically what is a drift slide. And for its imagination, I have to commend it. This one is purely because I love me some Animal Crossing.
If you couldn't tell.
And this is pure fan service to the Animal Crossing universe, and goddamn does it show. Villagers dotted around the map cheering for you. Also giant, what the fuck? Rossetti popping up like a madman. You can break rocks for money, different seasons, seasonal fruit, balloon items, the music.
Oh god, it's so good. It's so good.
Admittedly, the course itself in terms of pure layout and track isn't anything special. Essentially, it's a fancy figure 8, but it's the setting, and isn't that half the appeal of Mario Kart tracks anyway? It's the setting. I think half the reason this track is even on is because of the music, which I mean I've already made a video about, so I don't know, replace number 7 with this? Oh fuck that, no, that was an awesome track. Okay, it's number 11, how about that? But I mean, Woohoo Loop is also kind of better in terms of music as well, so maybe that should be number 11. You know, fuck it, it's good music. Animal Crossing. It's a good track, fan service, and just bloody beautiful.
Now, to introduce number 3 on this list, it's Skylar from the YouTube channel Happy Fun Time. Say hello, Skylar.
Hello.
Real fucking good take there, Skylar. Now, usually there's some story element to tie the two reviewers together, so here's the story of how Skylar came into this video. Hey man, what's up?
Oh, hey Terry. Hey, Cedric?
Yo, what's your favorite Mario Kart tracks?
I guess, Rainbow Road? I like Rainbow Road.
Cool. Yo, you wanna be, part of my list about Mario Kart tracks?
Yeah, sure, yeah, I'm down. Let's make that happen.
Sweet. Go on then.
Wait. Do you mean right now? Oh god, of course it's fucking Terry. He's the only one who made me do this unannounced. I'm not even wearing the right sweater. My red sweater. Rainbow Road! Now, take it easy. I can hear your eyes rolling, but see me out on this one. I would pose my favorite Mario Kart track, beginning with a question. What's cooler than blasting through the stars, burning rubber on rainbow dust, and power sliding on pure beams of light against the other peasants who dare challenge you to a race through the cosmos? Nothing! Absolutely nothing is cooler than that! Which is why Rainbow Road ranks number 3 on Terry's expectedly mediocre list, but is ranked tier 0 on my own personal one. In the most general sense, I'm referring to all of the Rainbow Road tracks from all of the games, though the iconic feel and tone of the track was born in Double Dash, in my opinion. Here it brought forth the concept of sky-high, crazy, perilous twists and turns as its theme, instead of just a basic rainbow-colored course. Maybe a few out-of-place chain chomps here and there. Why are these even here? Who phoned this in? Not only that, but in Double Dash, it introduced that unique glimmery, shimmery sound of you sliding across the track with those spellbinding turns. You hear that? It's the sound of you being amazing at this game, and I totally am. Now, Rainbow Road is as much the epic showdown and climactic race to the final finish, as well as it is the joyous victory lap of Mario Kart, allowing you to show off your hard-earned skill and strut your undeniable expertise of the game and all of its mechanics. These are truly for the masters and the daring, not only giving you very few walls to bounce off should you slip up, but also plenty of opportunity to push your driving ability. Are you able to make use of all the exploitable shortcuts? Do you dare hit every boost panel and remain safe? Are you man enough to make the tightest power slides, where you're basically half off the ledge just trying to shave a few milliseconds off your lap time? Of course you are, because at this point, none of your friends are as good as you are at Mario Kart and don't want to hang out with you, let alone play you at this one track. They don't tell you how lonely it is at the top. So very lonely. Wow, that got sad.
Really? Rainbow Road? Is that the best you can come up with? Real original, Skylar, Mr. Video Game Reviewer. Why don't you just review a Sonic game and give it a bad score? Oh wait.
Yeah, real nice, real classy. You know, if that's where we're going, why not review Charlotte's Web that you've desperately been alluding to for about, what, 2 years now? If you're gonna review it, Terry, just fucking review it! Alright, well, it's getting late for me, so I'll talk to you later, Terry. Have a good night.
Oh yeah, sweet man. Have a good sleep. Good night.
The question that comes up in every intelligent mind. Big Blue or Mute City? Big Blue or Mute City? Big Blue or Mute City? Of course it's gotta be Big Blue. Mute City might be fun and all, but how can you say it's better than a goddamn water slide, downhill, electricity pump, saxophone jam, flying through hoops, conveyor belt, insanely driven track that essentially scares first time players and still terrifies me on 200cc? Don't get me wrong, I love Mute City, but fuck me, come on. This is the final destination of Mario Kart 8. None of that Rainbow Road shit. Ha!
I'm saying spit it out, homie. You supposed to be tough. Hey, get down. Get straight down. Give me some push up. Push up. You not hard at all. You see this on my face? You see that? That's a
Blue shell.
I remember going down the water slide section for the first time, going faster than I anticipated, and my god, that always stuck with me as being pure terror and excitement with that saxophone playing, that guitar solo, and just racing down this track that you don't know even where it goes. I don't know what that sentence was, but you can't understand what I mean. It's legitimately something I never thought I'd experience from any Mario Kart in the series. Well, apart from Battle Mode. What more to say than that fucking saxophone? I love snow, which sucks living in Australia, but when I get to have those rare annual visits to the snowfields, it invokes such joy in me. I love snowboarding. I love my snowboarding and skiing games, and I'm envious of those who get to experience snow without having to travel hours out of their way and spending, are you serious? Amounts of money on snow that are you serious? Levels of quality. It's pretty easy to see why I love Mount Wario with all my heart. It's got everything I love about snowfields and everything in between, tapping in between all kinds of set pieces. You start by jumping off the back of a plane, and I'm already in love. Free riding down a slope and icy pass, which then graduates into an icy river within a mountain, Mount Wario. This then reveals some machinery, which is the inner workings of a dam. I don't actually know what this is, but there's boost pads on the water, so it's all fine by me. Crazily enough, it doesn't even end there. We then drop into a snowy forest, much like weaving through trees when you go off course of a ski run. But then it actually turns into a snow run, a pure terrain park with flag weaving, ski jumps and moguls, all to benefit the racer, as the crowd cheers on as we careen towards the final ski jump, hoping to God the blue shell doesn't catch up with you during that relatively calm final S-bend.
So as you can see, I have a massive heart-on for this course.
It's amazing how well it transitions from the top of the mountain free riding to a ski resort ending. I reckon it's because I used to play so much SSX Tricky and SSX 3, you know, the one everybody remembers. And Mount Wario takes me back to those simpler times. Yes, it's cheesy, but every time my friends and I want to finish off our Mario Kart session because I'm always like 40 points ahead of them, I always pick Mount Wario, despite its hilarious name. What a way to go out on, covered in powdered snow and a crowd cheering. Now that's Mario Kart. Or SSX Tricky, I don't know.
And that's it. My favorite Mario Kart track that you can now disagree with and use as ammunition for my inevitable assassination. What are your favorite Mario Kart tracks? Comment down below because I'm sure we all care. So now we're going to be ripping off H3H3. Oh, Golden Age H3H3. He's laughing behind the camera.
TerryByte.
Hey, what's going on, guys? We're here doing a reaction video because I don't know what to do with my channel anymore. You know, I was gonna be the rip-off JonTron, Kadikarus, Ant Dude guy, even though I've actually never watched Ant Dude. But now, let's rip off Golden Age H3H3 with looking at my old videos. You know, like, I used to make videos back when I was like 13, 14 years old. Like every other YouTuber, you know, I was interested in making films. But, you know, these videos, you would make them after school. Like in 2 hours or something like that, and then you just upload to YouTube. That was what YouTube was. It's not like now where I have to think about each script and then edit and then months planning and buy props. No, back then it was just turn on the camera, put it on iMovie, put some crappy effects on it, and that was it. And somehow I got 295 subscribers off that. I don't know if today's YouTube is an improvement if I got 295 subscribers off videos like this. Yeah, so I have a lot of videos here that we're going to look through. And most of them was me doing parkour stuff. Beginner parkour, 1.5 months of training. So basically, I was just jumping around doing some stupid shit. But what's amazing about this video is that I got 51 51,000 views off this video. 51,000 of me just rolling around. End of year parkour. Now I've been doing parkour I think for around 3 months at this point, and I made... Oh boy, it's a travesty, alright. Let's take a look-see here. Gotta love the dramatic music on that. That really showed how serious I was about parkour. This was when I just discovered what the slow motion tool on iMovie was. I went a little bit overboard, I think. Just a little bit overboard. That was really worth slow-moing, wasn't it? That was like 14 seconds of me doing literally just a little pivot on a rail.
Upon further inspection, I found that if I fast motion the video by over 600%, I can finally return the video to normal speed. Which means I thought this clip was so impressive that I slowed it down to 20% its original speed.
But the parkour videos aren't the funny stuff. Well, it's a little bit funny, but it isn't the real funny stuff. The funny stuff I did is that I used to vlog. Oh boy, this is gonna be bad, ain't it? There aren't a lot of vlogs on my channel, and I don't know if that's because I didn't make a lot of vlogs or I deleted them. I actually forget. But there was this one vlog I made that got 10,000 views. Literally because it says, what kind of butts do Asian girls have? And I love the fact that in this video description, I said I really have no idea if Asian girls like big butts, small butts, or just suts. Don't care. Let's watch this video now, shall we? God damn, look at my hair. Look at that hair. It looks like a shadow monster's about to eat my fucking head there. What the hell am I thinking? Also, I said there, son of a bitch, in mute, but because I didn't know how to act, I didn't say, son of a bitch. I went, son of a bitch! That's how people say it in real life, right? Hey dude, ate the last bit of your pie. Oh, you son of a bitch!
I haven't seen that in a while, probably because I haven't seen any girls in front of the mirrors, but I don't really know.
I just couldn't enunciate anything. So I said, I don't really know. Maybe that's why I wrote really, because that's how I actually said it.
Usually thinking that you want to say the truth, you will say, yes, you do. You know, you could have just told a white lie.
Also, I was giving dating advice in this video, or kind of like women advice. Even though I had no experience with girls, like most 13-year-olds. So, I don't know what I was really talking about here. I think I was ripping off stand-up comedians. Who were just doing, oh, you know, women do this, women do that, and I was basically doing exactly what they were doing now. So basically, I was being your average vlogger of 2017.
So if you're an Asian girl, just tell me, in the comment box down below, I hope it's down here, just tell me, do you care about your butt, or you don't care, or do you like a big, do you like a small, what do you like?
So just remember guys, if you're an Asian girl, comment down below, okay? Comment, I don't know if it's there, I don't know if it's there or up there, comment down below. Because if you don't comment, what are you doing on YouTube? So my cameraman right here commented, lol Terrence, nice opinion. Mr. Buzzy Aldrin said after they have a baby, their butts and boobs become normal, parentheses, sexy, lol. Now another one I had was high school kids get free laptops. I had good music taste.
Barry, these laptops are shit. when I was getting this laptop, getting it was a pain in the ass, seriously.
Okay. Why is my hair getting longer? It looks like emo Shaggy right there. It's disgusting. Plus I have like that little scum stash. Like I have a scum stash right now, it's just that I haven't shaved. It's very blurry as you can see because like it's like 240p. But if you can look real closely, it's actually a tiny little remnant of black. That's like 4 months.
It was a pain in the ass, seriously. I got this laptop and they were always saying
hot pink and an anime MSN profile picture just tiled across the entire fucking thing. Ooh.
if you do this, it turns into a brick and just shuts off forever. If you press that, it turns off forever. If you do this, it turns into a brick. Do this, it turns into a brick. Put it down, it turns into a brick. If you just look at it, it turns into a brick.
You just look at it, it turns into a brick.
Or if you're anywhere around the world, apart from Australia, you're wondering why I got these laptops.
It's a very important thing that when you do your shots, to make sure that you are properly prepared so you don't do all this shit in the middle of your take.
But that they actually think you're doing work on these things. I mean, last time I was in the classroom, it was like this.
Rest assured, guys, when I say last time I was in the classroom, this never actually happened.
Hey Terrence, what are you doing on your computer? Oh yeah, I'm doing good. Well, what maths unit are you up to? Ha! Level 6! Beat that, noob! Oh, Unit 6. Oh, that's great. Oh, I'm glad you're doing work. See ya.
I don't believe that. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Ha! Level 6! Oh, Unit 6? Oh, I guess you're doing work then! What the f*** sort of comedy is that? Seriously.
Looking at porn. No, I'm not looking at porn at all. No, I bet you anything you're looking at porn. I'm not, alright? Porn I know it's porn. Alright, fine, I'm playing games. You happy? I'm not looking at porn, I'm playing games.
I'm playing games. Clearly shows desktop.
I'm not looking at porn, I'm playing games. You got detention.
You got detention.
Computers are a waste of time.
That hit looks so real and painful, you're probably wondering how I did that.
This is going in the trash.
You know, this is what it's like to be this spoiled little shit fuck who just doesn't appreciate getting a free fucking laptop from the government. It might have not been the best in specs, but it's something, you know? I can't believe I actually used to think this way when I was little. And just when you thought it couldn't get any better. Alright, I'm prepped. Let's do this. This is the only way I can like prepare myself to watch these fucking videos now. Oh my god. Okay, so this is my uncle's dog right here. That is a butterface dog right there. And don't get me wrong, this dog had ear cancer or something, but I don't care. That is a butterface dog. That is a butt ugly dog face, but cutest and everything else. It was a piece of shit, that dog, as well, so... glad it died of cancer. I'm not even kidding. The next video we're going to look at is McDonald's sells guns? I love the fact that when I was 14, I actually understood what clickbait was. I also love the whole 2 comments I got here. One of them saying, "You funny." I'm funny. Beautiful. Just beautiful, ain't it? Text that you can't actually read because it's in 240p. I compressed it down so it just uploaded YouTube faster, but you can't even read what it fucking says there.
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time and you can't fucking censor a camera so it doesn't chop off half your head.
A few weeks ago in Australia, McDonald's had these toys selling at the with the Happy Meal.
A few weeks ago in Australia, Australia had these toys in Australian Happy Meals.
Yeah. Who's the master?
So here, the whole concept was that I was going to shoot down a highlighter, and then the highlighter plan revenge. That was like the plot of this vlog. Because most vlogs are just, hi, I'm Terrence, I'm here doing a vlog. But now I actually try to put a plot within the vlog. That's some mighty fine forward thinking there. Let's just see where this plot goes.
You hurt me, now you must die.
But you're a highlighter. And besides, you on what army?
I went from cutting off half my head to full head. The full head is cut off now.
This army.
Wow, 5 highlighters and a coat hanger are gonna destroy me.
Oh my god, that was a horrible hit. Wait, what is he doing? Hey, stay back, stay back.
Oh my god! That's a classic joke right there, and I like the fact that I actually acted out each of the highlighters to give myself a little bit of credit on that. It was still awful, but something.
I wonder what I should do now. I can shoot more girls. And this time I'll be prepared.
I put a Falcon Punch meme in my video. I don't even remember that. I'm gonna go back and I gotta actually look at this again. So I'm on a train and then I shoot one of the girls. I think I know which girl this is, by the way. Yeah, it's that girl from my high school. She takes out a boxing glove and punches me in the face, which is supposed to be a Falcon Punch. Can I put this video on YouTube now? I mean, it has the other girl on there. I'm not sure if she's very comfortable with me showing her face on YouTube. Even though it's already on YouTube, it's unlisted now because, you know, it was back in high school. So, see, I need her permission.
Hello?
Hi, is this
Yes?
Hi, it's me, Terrence, from high school.
Oh, hi, how are you?
Good, I am good. Listen, this is just a little quick thing. I'm making a video right now, right?
Yeah.
And I'm going through my old videos, and one of them happened to have your face in it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember when you punched me with an inflatable boxing glove?
Not really.
I'm glad I left such an impression on your life.
Probably wouldn't mind.
You wouldn't mind?
No.
Okay. Alright, sweet. Thank you. Next, we're going to be looking at a video, Kingdom Hearts 358/2 Days Review. That's right, I was reviewing video games before reviewing video games. Wow. But this time, instead of ripping off JonTron, I ripped off Ashens.
Yeah. Hi. You can't see me, can you?
You can't see me, can you? Yeah, you can't, because the camera's not pointing at you.
Yep. This is a great game.
I love the fact that I'm reviewing this game, but I didn't actually buy it. I just got an R4, and then I just put it on, and it showed me loading on the game. I could have at least loaded the game, closed it, and then done that, but no, I had to show the fact that I had an R4. I think I wanted to show off that Kingdom Hearts profile. I still have this DS right here, right? Still out. So, Nintendo, eat your heart out. I never bought any games for my DS.
Yep. This is a great game, I find. I would rate it about 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. I gave the worst Kingdom Hearts game a 9 out of 10.
Work in this game, it's really good. I find that with this kind of module...
Who the hell calls a console a module?
That's a really good step in the right direction. Okay.
You know what the sad thing is? This is probably better than the IGN review.
It's one of the best things I've ever seen. This is a 256 megabyte game.
This is a 256 megabyte game. Do you know how I know that?
It's really good. But for normal Kingdom Hearts fans, it's pretty bad.
It's pretty good. But for normal Kingdom Hearts fans, it's pretty bad.
What kind of review is that?
I'm sort of gobsmacked by that. Like most of these videos, actually like watched them previously once or twice to get a very vague idea of what I was talking about. But with this one, I didn't. I just went in blind, and that was just a 1-2 Merryweather fucking destruction right there.
It's still great. Now,
it's still great. So to reiterate there, this game is really good. But for normal Kingdom Hearts fans, it's bad. But it's still great. Wow, that was bad. But you know, I think this goes to show you how much YouTube has changed, honestly. It's kind of fun going back and cringing at all these videos and so forth, but you know, I think really YouTube has gotten worse in some stages. Not because, oh, these videos aren't getting much traction anymore, because these videos don't deserve it, shit. But when I was little, 13, 14, even 12, 11, I liked making movies, I liked making shows, and YouTube was the place to do it. There was no formula for anything, so you'd try anything. I did parkour videos, I did skits, I did vlogging, I did piano videos, I did all these different things, and to see that sort of die in the wake of Minecraft Let's Plays is kind of sad, you know? I mean, these kids are kind of getting robbed of their imagination, and it's not that fun to see just all these kids just do the exact same thing and not having fun. I know some kids, 13, 14, who have made stop motion Lego pieces. And then they said, oh, let me just do a Minecraft Let's Play, it'll get more popular. And that's the death of creativity right there. These bad videos, no one's gonna find them any good. But at the end of the day, come on, I would much rather be proud of these shitty videos than any Let's Play. So maybe we should bring this YouTube back. Hey? What do you say? Comment down below! Hey guys, and welcome to TerryByte's 30-minute reviews, and boy, we've got a big one for you today, because we're reviewing 6, that's right, 6 whole games, and boy, you're absolutely gonna love it. Right, now if you want to get these games reviewed, you've got to get your 30-minute review mind on. So that means kettle on, wannabe comedy on the hob, and rushing through games on the pan. And turn your oven on at 200 degrees, and now we can start reviewing without losing the audience retention that has been battered to smithereens by the internet age. So, let's start with the first game. Now, considering I'm parodying this guy, I guess we gotta look at what's cooking with Jamie Oliver. So, let's see if this game is worth cooking up.
Hope y'all like that MIDI because goddamn, I couldn't make funnier music if I tried.
Hi guys, welcome to What's Cooking with Jamie Oliver.
So what's cooking Jamie Oliver? What do you got for us? It's a digital cookbook.
That's all, baby, that's all.
I couldn't tell you more or less. You read through the recipe and Jamie says congratulations at the end of just reading a recipe. Well, that was the easiest damn game out there. You have to remember though, this was before iPhones and all that were the norm, so having a digital cookbook on your DS is still the stupidest thing. I can't imagine trying to shop with a DS and a resistive touchpad with this music blaring out of your trolley. Okay, before we move on to the next trash, there is another big part of the game I failed to mention. The test kitchen, where we get to cook virtually, including such tasks as getting things out of the fridge, getting things out of the pantry, frying shit slowly, and hearing Jamie say such things such as,
Yeah, nice. Delicious.
I can't tell if it's being facetious or not. Moving on.
Well, that was something. Now on to the next game. We have here quite a...
Dude, what the...
What?
Mate, you're making a mess.
No, I'm not.
Mate, this is my kitchen. Like...
No, but come on, man. I'm just...
What are you doing? Oh my god. Mate, are you gonna clean that up?
I will.
Like now? Can you clean it up now?
I'll clean it up after.
Why not now?
Because I'm doing a show. I'm doing a thing. Come on. I'm doing a thing, come on. Now on to the next DS game.
I like cuisine! For Nintendo DS.
It was also made on the Wii, but if you've seen the cover art...
Few people laughed. Few people cried. Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds.
So I went for the equally as bad DS port. So let's cook it up. Jesus.
To accurately sum up this disgusting abomination of a game in a sentence, if you got Cooking Mama and took out all the charm and the smooth gameplay, you'd get Iron Chef America on DS. Or just any Cooking Mama game. Yeah, let's move on. When Cooking Mama was released, shovelware developers all jizzed in excitement. Another genre they could poorly imitate to slap on their terrible IP. Oh no, there's only 2 characters to choose from. And they both look disgusting. And let's pick it apart. Oh my god, those things are ugly. Yes. Things. I called them things because these are not people. So after we pick Spanish boob lady here, we pick a secret ingredient and...
What is that? What the fuck is that?
Who thought this was okay? Who thought this was acceptable to be seen by human eyes? Who thought, in the slightest functional human mind, thought that that hairstyle did not look like a rock that had been smashed and placed upon him to mimic hair? And what's the gameplay like? It's Cooking Mama, as I said, but far less smooth. JPEGs instead of 3D models and overly dramatic music over shitty food. So basically the TV show. Also, the fact I'm cutting a pizza like that physically hurts me. Thanks, game.
Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Now, we reviewed 2 out of 6 games so far, and one accomplishment that is, but you thought you saw bad? You ain't seen nothing yet. So let me go get my box of crap.
Loot Crate, charging $30 for a pile of shit that EB Games throws out into a dumpster.
Wow, what's this? A Kirby bag holder piece of shit thing. What is this? Oh, it's Kirby. We got a shirt. What's the shirt? Whoa, I can't get that at Target for $5. A code for Battlefield 1. Use this code, I don't fucking know what that is. You get a sticker. This thing. A lot of Battlefield 1 things in here. A beanie that no one would actually wear because it's got a bunch of shit on it. Some pins. And Roblox. What's this? There's one more thing in the box. Let me just go get it out. Whoa! It's the worst character in Overwatch!
Nerf.
This is what I think of diva mains out there. And then cook all this in a nice lovely stew. Mobile games!
Shovelware on the DS basically became obsolete once smartphones became the norm, and oh boy, there is a crap ton of just raw sewage on the app and Play Store. And while there are heaps of celebrity cooking apps with celebrity chefs tacked on, such as Throwdown with Bobby Flay by Mod Abdul Ahmed, Not endorsed by the Food Network. Well, I mean, it's a pirated app with stolen recipes, nothing to say. $2? I wouldn't even pay $1 to see Bobby Flay's disgusting smug face, let alone $2 USD. But how about we hit the most popular celebrity chef out there in Gordon Ramsay Dash? I find it funny that a game with Gordon Ramsay is rated G. I mean, do people even remember what he's known for?
Plonker. Twat.
And my god, Gordon is looking good there, ain't he? Well, except that they still gotta keep those deep forehead borrows. I mean, god damn, it's like the Grand Canyon in there.
I'm king of the world!
Also, there's no customization. Just an array of disfigured avatars, all of which I would name, but just look at them. Which means if you like one of them, you gotta keep selecting change look to choose them. Just keep clicking the button until you finally find the one you— oh my god, there she is, oh thank god. Anyway, the first dish we gotta cook up is a burger patty. Without the bread, or veggies, or sides, or sauce, or fucking anything. Literally just a patty. And holy shit, does Gordon Ramsay sound bored as all hell.
Keep it up because you're good. Star chefs as I help guide this up-and-coming chef to restaurant success.
Ramsay, I thought you were from Scotland, not Italy. So, what is there to say about this mobile game? It's literally Cooking Dash with a Gordon Ramsay skin. It's functional, just incredibly grindy like all other mobile games. And Ramsay sounding as bored as ever. Also, after they eat a burger, people rocket fart out of their seats. Yep, just like eating a burger on my local. The only thing worth noting is that when you purposely lose, Gordon still doesn't sound invested or even the slightest bit angry.
That's it. Shut this all down.
But still rated for G, everybody. Oh, but on the other end of the spectrum, where that was possible, and quite honestly smooth running, Paula Deen's recipe quest is anything but. You'll love cooking up a storm with Paula Deen in this delicious Max Street cooking puzzle adventure. It's Candy Crush or Honey Pop, except with Paula Deen. And first time logging in, I got 150 coins and 10 cookies. Wow, can't wait to never use those. This is the game. It's a fucking match 3, like I said, holy crap. I've never been so bored playing a game in all my life. And I've played Fire Emblem Warriors. But the reward for beating a level, unlike Honey Pop where you get some fat anime titties, we got tits! Here you get a recipe. Which isn't a bad prize if, you know, I couldn't just Google the goddamn thing and get the same recipe. And before you say I could do the same thing with Honey Pop, the thing is that, well, one's a recipe and one's a fat anime titty. The only thing worth mentioning about this game is that whenever you beat a level, Paula Deen graciously said, "You win!" Oh, that's not gonna get annoying, is it? This is honestly crap, and having Paula Deen as a celebrity chef isn't exactly the most endearing.
Mamma mia, what a terrible bunch of games that was, am I right? And can you believe these games have microtransactions? What a waste of money that is, am I right? You might as well burn your money on Loot Crate. Ah, fuck it! Well then, we've gone through 4 games so far, so we're gonna take a little ad break here, alright? Because I gotta, refresh the greens, so they say. Be right back. Hola, soy Terry, and we're going to be advertising a new game, Dora's Cooking Club. Why's your hair white? I lost the brown one. I don't know.
Want your kids to learn about maths while being stared down by a loving but kinda overbearing Spanish grandmother? Now you can!
Action! Great, great, great!
Help Grandma do some basic counting because she's developed Alzheimer's. Also, the kitchen is filthy, letting ants in on the kitchen top. Disgusting! Close down the restaurant. Get Ramsay in here.
Holy fuck! This is a living fucking nightmare!
But don't play the game for too long, because Viacom will take away your ad revenue from your video if you show it on YouTube. Conos, adios!
Oh shit! Hey. Now that we've gotten those 4 games out of the way, it's time to move on to the next little bit of figure. What?
Dude, what the fuck? fuck is going on here?
Nothing.
Mate, what have you done to my kitchen?
Nothing. I've done nothing to your kitchen.
Oh my fuck. Okay, there's burning plastic in the oven.
It's just a Wii game.
There's an omelette on the floor.
No, there isn't.
Oh my god, there's flour everywhere. Why are there eggs on the bench?
Look, I'm just trying to do a cooking show here. I'm just trying to do a cooking show.
No, look, I want you to actually, can you just actually
No,
clean this up?
I'm not finished yet.
I'm not, like, look, I really cannot put up with this.
No, you can. Come on, man. Get the fuck out of my shop! Get the fuck out of my shop! Get out! Get the fuck out! You got anything to say to me? Good. So, let's welcome our special guest on this show, because Lord knows we need special guests on this show. Please welcome Guy Fieri!
We couldn't get him.
What do you mean you couldn't get him?
He's not coming. We got a gig in Flavortown.
Well, how much does it introduce the next game without Guy Fieri?
What do you mean? He doesn't have a cooking game.
You're right. He doesn't have a cooking game, but he does have shovelware.
Just remember, this video is about video games with celebrity chefs in them, not cooking games. And one game that has a celebrity chef, if you can even call him that, I would honestly call him a meme chef, is Guy Fieri, who was the host of Minute to Win It. And of course, there was a terrible Wii game based on this show. Alright, let's just get this over with.
Mwah, mwah, what a palate cleanser, what a perfect way. But now it's time for the end of the meal. The dessert, the one that actually matters. Ha! Entree and main, what are you, plebs? Nothing will compare you to this dessert. Wait, actually expected me to make a tart in half an hour with all this other crap going on. Ha! Yeah, right. Eat it. You don't appreciate it, dicks.
This kitchen is a mess. Clean it up. Now.
Later.
Now.
Later.
No, not later. Now. I've had it.
What?
I've fucking had it.
About this show?
No, get out. What is all this?
What is it, Wally, man? Oh, I got a fight with my fist. You wanna go? Let's go. Let's go, huh? Let's go. Huh? Let's go. Let's go.
Look, I don't really care, like, at this point. Like, look at all this. Look at this. This is a mess. This kitchen is like, it's like a kitchen from hell or something.
You mean like Hell's Kitchen? On the Nintendo Wii.
Hell's Kitchen on the Wii. I finally get to talk about this beauty. This game has been around the block, like that one fucking guy who rides a motorcycle because he thinks he's cool, or the girl who hangs out with only guys because there's less drama. Simply put, everyone has poked fun at this. Spoonie, Game Grumps, and countless other reviewers like me have made fun of Ramsey looking like a melting wax figure. The fairly boring gameplay. Again, Ramsey sounding like he does not give a fuck.
Congratulations.
The clones in the dining room, the fact that the ingredients just spin around and boom, it's prepared. The fact food goes cold unbelievably quickly. The overdramatic music, Ramsey constantly staring at you like a psychopath demon freakazoid. A straight up advertisement for a TV show on the menu. The overall shittiness of the game, that making any jokes will be like beating a dead horse. Much like Game Grumps as a channel, If you want a really good cooking game, play Cook Serve Delicious, Overcooked, or even Order Up, which is free on smartphones. Because as it stands, this game has barely anything to offer, much like all the other games on this parody cooking show.
And there we have it, the most gorgeous, creative, and simple 30-minute review on YouTube. Oh, Christmas tree! Oh, Christmas tree! How about you? Oi! What fucking here, Annika? Hey boys, what's poppin'? It's Nipple Bite here. You know, if you define yourself as a gamer and that's it, unironically, you are genuinely retarded in my opinion. Now that might be hypocritical coming from me, seeing how my Twitter handle says I'm half comedian, half gamer, but take my Twitter as a public confession that yes, I am half retarded. I main Little Mac in Smash 4. I am half retarded. I am a Platinum Winston main. I am half retarded. Man, do you remember the days when you were ashamed to be a nerd, that liking Lord of the Rings, Star Trek, and Doctor Who made you isolated from society and bullied on days on end? And man, don't you just fucking miss those days? As opposed to now with this romanticizing and commercialization of geek culture? Even basic bitches who just watch Game of Thrones and play PUBG on their Xbox Ones are falling for this bullshit. And companies think we're stupid enough to buy all this crap. Now to be completely honest, gaudy merchandising is absolutely nothing new. People buy beer can coolers and posters of their favorite sports teams and musical programs that cost $20 when there should be a free magazine. But gaming merchandising has gone to a new level. Gamer gear. You know, at a certain level, I understand gaming merchandising. You know, like amiibos, figurines of bad characters, posters, all that stuff makes sense to me, but where it really, really shits me is the dreaded gamer gear. The phrase that makes me lose all respect for humankind. This is when companies realized, hey, we can make merchandise of literally anything, slap on a gaming IP, and boom, it will sell. And boy does it sell. We'll start off with the tame crap first. Pokemon mug and sock sets. This shit's gotta be a joke, right? This shit's gotta be the dumbest thing. I mean, for $18, you could do a lot better than a mug and a pair of socks for a Christmas present. You know that idea that getting a pair of socks is just disappointment on Christmas Day as the trombone whomps in? Yeah. Stick Pokemon on it and suddenly it's all better. But to be completely honest, this isn't too bad compared to the other shit that we've got coming up for you. Pokemon salt and pepper shakers. I understand this on a functional level, but let's take a deeper look at this. So you're telling me that there is someone out there, geek or not, who is willing to put Pokeballs on their dining table just so they can sprinkle some salt and pepper on their meal, as opposed to a proper salt and pepper grinder. If you actually want to use these without a shred of irony, I'm sorry. Ow! Fucking... Oh, that's sharp plastic. What are these gonna do? How are these going to really improve your lives? Are they going to be a conversation starter? Because I can bet you anything that really what's gonna happen is, oh, you like Pokemon? Cool. That's it. You know, if you want to talk about Pokemon, why don't you actually talk about Pokemon as opposed to putting this shit on your dining table? The fuck's that? Oh. Okay, so apparently, the cap in this one, it's stuck inside. I'm not sure if you can see that. See, like there's supposed to be a cap here, like that. This one is just, it's just inside. I can't get it out. So basically, they're broken. These are actually just fucking broken as well. That's great. That's fucking nice. Huzzah! Continuity, folks. Get some. You know what these do? They just act as people repellents. That's it. Really, the only thing I can think to use these for is as props for your next Pokemon fan film. But other than that, they're a piece of shit, honestly. Oh shit. Fuck, I thought these were plastic. Oh, that ain't good. Oh, that's not good at all. Oh, that's bad. I'm not even wearing socks. I have to like clean this up barefooted. Oh, I'm gonna get diseases on my foot. Fuck. Such a fucking idiot. Well, they break easily. But I guess you can use them to smash against the wall or hurt other people with.
I choose you!
That was The 4-way D-pad USB hub by 8-Bit Dough. Get it, Nintendo? 8-Bit, go kill yourself. Just looking at this, oh fuck you. Just fuck you. Look at the Nintendo packaging and the D-pad bullshit. What are you fucking idiots? It's a 4-way USB hub. What do you fucking do? It's not even actually 4-way, it's 3-way technically, because one of them has to be used up for your computer anyway, so what's the point? You can just get a regular USB hub for much cheaper than this bullshit. Everything old is new again. Oh, it lights up when in use? Like every other USB hub in the fucking universe? Hell, this one doesn't even have switches. It's literally just lights up. You can't control when it turns on and off like every other good USB hub. But you know what the worst thing about this is? I'm apparently fucking retarded. I can't get this off. $38. Fuck's sake. The Batman beer can cooler fist. $20. Now this one is kind of a cheat because, you know, it's Batman and so forth. It's not really a video game gaming merch, but really, come on. Pop culture and gaming merch sort of go hand in hand nowadays, don't they? This is an anomaly of design. What is this supposed to achieve? What are you supposed to be a fan of DC or which one is this? Is this supposed to be... Is Batman DC or Marvel? I don't fucking know. Are they the dumb cunts or are they the masochistic assholes who revel in vile extraction of logic? Ooh, cheers, mate.
Yeah.
It's Batman.
Nice.
Not to mention... Cedric, stand still. Not to mention, doesn't this suit the Hulk better? I mean, really, if you think about it, it's got veins and shit here, so... Really, this would be the Hulk. It's an oversized fist. Batman doesn't have an oversized fist. He's just a regular guy in a suit. Bro fist! Jesus. Now, let's just stop for a second and talk about mugs. Mugs are acceptable forms of merchandising. It's fine to just want to own a cup of your favorite gaming mascot. Sometimes those heat change ones, those are fine. I have absolutely no problem with mugs. Look at it! Look at the guy! Look at it! $15 well spent. And usually I'm just at my computer editing shit or just watching YouTube and stuff, so I go through tons and tons of tea. So I know my mugs. And I think a lot of people know their mugs. It's a cup after all. Mugs need to just be a few things. They need to be simple in design, ergonomic, and most importantly, easy to drink out of and functional. For only $13, you can have by far one of the most garish, uncomfortable, and non-functional mugs I've ever seen. This lovely item was brought to you by Typo, that giftware and stationery shop synonymous with... Oh shit, I need to find a gift for my friend. It's got license tat up the wazoo, and this is a blatant attempt, along with many others, to get along with the hip, geeky culture. But let's look at this objectively, okay? First of all, what a shitty paint job on this. And secondly, how am I supposed to drink out of this? Now you see, the lip here is way too wide to actually drink anything else. So if you drink anything, this happens. It's fucking disgusting. And that wasn't a big sip, by the way. That was like a small, sizable sip. Unless I do this. I just realized that I didn't wash this. Like, I just took it straight out of the bag. Oh, that's disgusting. I'm drinking the dead skin cells of Typo customers and 12-year-old girls. I should not have put that much beer into that mug, because I actually like this. Oh wait, you thought that was bad? How about Crash Bandicoot scented candles for $58? What in the holy mother of God does Crash Bandicoot have to do with scented candles? Crash Bandicoot is a disgusting marsupial fucking Australian bullshit animal who probably smells bad and shits his pants, and you're trying to sell me scented candles of this shit?
Okay, when I was looking for this picture, I actually found this comment thread, and I kind of find it, hilarious. Ooh, is someone gonna change her? I don't know her. Should I? Sure. Okay, where is she? And then it just stops there.
You can buy the actual copy of the game for less than that. This is actually this is actually an insult to Crash Bandicoot fans. You know why? Because Crash Bandicoot fans are fucking smelly. Isn't that white square-eyed Jack? I like that guy. Why did I say that? So what was this video? I don't fucking know. I just hate gaming merchandise and gamer gear and all that geek culture that's surrounding people nowadays. You're not special for playing a video game. Okay guys? You're not. You're not special for sitting at home talking about video games and going, oh, I like my video games, while jerking off to your anime porn. Don't get me wrong, anime porn is great, but it doesn't make you special, because everyone likes a good amount of hentai. I don't know what this video was. Here's the end slide. Oh yeah, you clicked this video, didn't you? I know why you did. Leisure Suit Larry, you saw the word cum. Boobies. Yeah. Don't fucking lie to yourself. Look, I'm not happy being the porn guy, okay? The porn game thing is long dead, and it's kind of risky to do porn games nowadays with the demonetization of YouTube and apocalypse stuff. Unless the porn game itself has something really interesting to talk about to warrant a video, I try to avoid them. But in this case, that's not the truth at all. For you see, this video was requested by a lovely Patreon supporter, a.k.a. For pledging over the tier, he requested Leisure Suit Larry Magna cum Laude. Now, that would be fine, that would be dandy. He requested the game, I would do it. Everybody is happy. But that's not the problem. The problem is that when he requested the damn video, I already had this planned. I already had it ordered on eBay. Am I that easy to figure out? Am I that predictable? Look, I know I'm a disappointment to my family, but you don't need to rub it in. Let's just fucking play this game. Oh, and thank you, a.k.a. for supporting me on Patreon, because you're responsible for the instant demonetization of this video.
Now let me be frank, I've never played a Leisure Suit Larry game. Didn't play a lot of Sierra games, and quite honestly, if I played Leisure Suit Larry when I was little, I'd question my parents' supervision over me. However, what I do know about Leisure Suit Larry is that he's a bachelor, a struck out of luck playboy who goes on a point-and-click adventure to sleep with hotties. His games were full of smut, sex jokes, and from what I've seen, genuinely funny adult humor, with a bit of stupidity for good measure.
Adult humor gets a bad rap for, ironically, being more childish. Sex joke, innuendos, and swearing can be used as a cheap laugh, but good adult humor does exist, even in video game form.
From puns to references, Leisure Suit Larry does have its charm, looking at essentially what it's like to be a thirsty guy.
And then Leisure Suit Larry decided to take the jump from 2D to 3D, much like Sonic and Mario. In 2004.
Yeah, 8 years after the fairly smooth jump Mario had, and 6 years after Sonic's rocky spin dash into 3D, Sierra thought, let's bring Leisure Suit Larry into the third dimension.
And to be fair, I don't have a problem with this per se. Point and click games were dying at this point. Sierra tried to move with the times. It was experimental. But how do you get a point and click adventure game staple into the 3D? You do it poorly.
Okay, there's a problem here. Leisure Suit Larry, the series, is about a guy who's a wannabe playboy pretending to be classy and so forth. All the other title screens of his other games had an element of pseudo-class or seedy Las Vegas vibes, which is exactly representative of its source material and comedy. But here, we get underboob.
I mean, look, I get it. It's set in college. It's going for that spring break easy girl vibe. I'll let it pass. It just doesn't really fit Leisure Suit Larry, you know what I mean?
So we start off with Larry being the center of attention, so obviously it's a dream, and honestly, it's pretty funny. Albeit it's not hilarious by any means, and the animation is a bit wonky, but it's got a good gag once in a while, like this one.
Thanks, God.
Right on.
But then Larry wakes up and sees this fucking freaky thing. Oh my god, is this supposed to be a sex game or a horror game? What is that? What is that? You can't accidentally make something that creepy. That was made to purely horrify the player while their dick was hanging out.
Not that I'm speaking from experience.
So this abomination of animation tells us that there's a competition in town for hot bachelors in a game show, and Larry has to build up a reputation of being a fuckboy to get on the show in the first place. So as we gain control of Larry, we can see that it functions. And what I mean is that while you can move Larry, the game doesn't benefit from doing so. Because, well, this is still a sort of point and click adventure. You still have to go up to objects and have to look and interact with them, much like old school point and click adventure stuff. Which means that if you see anything, instead of just clicking it, you gotta walk all the way to it, which would be fine if Larry wasn't unbelievably, painstakingly, torturously, just slightly too slow. It is so hard to express what is wrong here unless you were actually playing the game. But Larry just moves barely too slow. Like somehow it's even worse than if it was ridiculously slow. He just walks that tiny bit too slow that it grows from a very mild annoyance to persistent annoyance to rage-inducing, even though you're moving at a fairly acceptable pace. It's a constant thread in a string of frustration that I'll go more into. So you can also fart on command. That's it. That's the comedy. Now the gameplay isn't anything special, on paper at least. You talk to a girl, try to win her affection and play a couple of minigames, talk to her, more minigames and sleep with her. Pretty simple stuff, right? Well, the minigames are simple, yes. In fact, they're too simple, sometimes insultingly simple, while others are hard for the wrong reasons. But the talking, well, this shit is whack. So picture conversations in any point and click, hell, any game in general. This is what you think, right? Dialogue trees, conversations, text.
But?
Well, Leisure Suit Larry has this. A sperm swimming through that bullshit driving level in Battletoads.
As stupid as this is, I kind of get it. As I said before, they wanted to veer away from point-and-click adventure. But this is not the way to do it. This is a conversation. You want to listen. Isn't that right, Cedric? I can't believe I wrote that. I actually wrote that down. I said here, but this is not the way to do it, isn't that right, Cedric? And then the skit is supposed to be sperm goes into my mouth. That's fucking...
Now this is stupid for many reasons, one of them being, why? Because you want it to be different? This is not the way to do it because of the second and main reason, it completely robs your attention. You have to look at this to pass the stage in order to gain the girl's affection. Remember, to progress, you have to seduce. And in the case of this, you gotta get the greens and avoid everything else. Which means you can't listen to the dialogue, which at times has genuinely funny lines between Larry and whoever poor sod he's trying to drive his Chica role into.
Do my eyes deceive me, as they have with so many cross-dressers?
I'm not saying that these jokes are amazing, but the lengths of which Larry lies to sleep with girls is incredible, and with some one-good-liners and puns here and there, has its moments, much like the beginning cutscene. And because talking is a main aspect of this erotic adventure, you'll be doing the sperm obstacle game a lot. And it's not exactly easy either. I'm not here to say its Cuphead levels are hard, but you can't take your attention off it. The gaps between obstacles can be strangely tight, which shouldn't be the case for a game that banks on its comedy and witty writing. Although it is hilarious to see that when you pass, it gives you a "you won" screen. You know, you won the conversation. Clearly the most competitive sport.
Actually, if you count parliaments, having debates and conversation can be a competitive sport.
And now that we've completed the conversation, we have to hop to the next minigame, which is right next to us. What did you think I was gonna do next? I wouldn't be so harsh if the loading screens weren't breaking it up so much. I'm not here to say they're Harry Potter Chamber of Secrets long, but they're annoying just enough to be absolutely infuriating. And it's a basic press the button with distractions minigames, nothing too hard. I said not too hard! There we go. More boring talking minigame. Whoa, bad jokes this time. Whoa.
Okay, I'll give you horny monkeys a break. I'll show you the very end, the fruits of all our labor after the minigames and the talking and the minigames and the talking. This is our reward.
They even have glow-in-the-darks. Here, check it out. Turn off the lights.
No, that's not what I... Wait a second. You're not Jewish? But my parents just wouldn't understand me dating a Gentile. I gotta go.
No, wait, hold on! I'll convert!
Yeah? That's it. That's all you get. You just get a picture of Larry's ass. At this point, give me Tommy Wiseau's.
I'm not even kidding. You can't do anything else with her. You'd think there'd be a part 2 somewhere, but nope, this is it. She rejects you because of some extra foreskin. Classy. But it still counts as sleeping with her? So instead of going through a full walkthrough of my long play, I'll just show you some of the most bullshit minigames ever. Like this goddamn newsletter minigame. You have to throw newsletters to students, all of which are clones of each other, before they reach the tables with all the newsletter? What's the problem here? But here's the problem, they can throw the newspapers back as paper planes. If they reach the table as well, you lose a life. If you throw the paper when there are no people, you lose a life. If you don't give them a paper when they reach the table, you lose instantly. For some reason. But the biggest problem is that they throw back the papers at completely inconsistent rates. Sometimes it's easily manageable, a monkey could do it, but other times, look at this! What am I supposed to do?
Do you really want me to go on? Because you guessed it. For every girl, the cycle repeats. Every single girl you talk to is the exact same thing. You talk to them, approximately 3 minigames back to talking to them, and then some silly skit at the end with a couple of good jokes here and there, but most of them miss. This is the entire game.
There's also a quarters minigame, and it is the most annoying thing I've ever played in all my life. While the controls are kinda nifty, you gotta flick the stick with the right amount of force to get the coin in, with the coin doing some fucking mad ass tricks. It's just so repetitive. You do this, I think, with almost every single girl.
However, this title is not the worst thing ever. It's just boring. It's average. It's a blemish on an otherwise kind of entertaining game series. It's not a cancer, a shit stain, an absolute wreck. It's a blemish. It's like a blemish on my leg, right here. You see? That blemish? See that? Leisure Suit Larry, Magna cum Laude.
Unlike Shrek's treasure hunt... What? Unlike Shrek's treasure hunt or Charlotte's wet... No, who wrote that? I said no channel recurring jokes in the script. I am not looking at that gameplay again. There was at least effort put into trying to make the game fun, using an existing IP and at the time, dated gameplay. And again, I have to reiterate, the comedy can be good. You have to sort of just lose yourself in it, honestly. It's just a lot of boring gameplay to get to the jokes, which, if you're unlucky, can absolutely fall flat. Depends on the girl, honestly. And it kind of sucks the gameplay crashed and burned so hard, I couldn't bring myself to play more than 5 hours of this crap. 2.5 playing the first half of the game, and the next 2.5 hours playing the first half of the game again because of this piece of shit memory card.
But at the very least, Sierra did teach me how to properly treat women, because as media has told us, we copy exactly everything we see in video games. Hey girl, how you doing? You wanna have some, fuck?
Excuse me?
Hold on, I gotta get this sperm into that green smiley face over there. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
Look, I know it's only 1 PM, but you want to get drunk, play some quarters?
Sure. Okay, at this point, I don't think anyone is watching this. I mean, you're literally filming for no one.
Yeah, I saw the cat with that.
So, I don't need to do this line and this whole sex scene?
No. The sex scene is incredibly important.
Is the sex scene really necessary? I mean, it's YouTube. You're
No.
not even going to be able to show it anyway.
No, look, YouTube always changes their policies around their backflip and so forth. I'm sure one day they'll allow for actual penetration on YouTube, you know what I mean?
Did you write this just to fuck me?
Is it working?
No.
Well, fuck you, all women are sluts. Go take your money elsewhere. Women are thoughts. If she breathes, she a thought. Black pill. Man, fuck kangaroos, okay? They are assholes. Just pure asses. You would think they're all cute and happy and all that shit in their mother's pouches, but no. They're dickheads. You go up to them in the zoo enclosure and they all go, and then they kick you right in your 5-year-old chest, scarring you for the rest of your life. Fuck them.
Nothing personal, kid.
TerryByte.
Amazingly enough, some people around the world don't know who Skippy the bush kangaroo is, and if you don't, really? Fucking gotta pull up Wikipedia now. Skippy the bush kangaroo was produced in the 60s. Yeah, didn't think I'd go that far back into history, did ya? Was that the 90s a retro? It's about a boy and his intelligent pet kangaroo with a whole 91 episodes produced.
Now, if you're familiar with this channel and the random bits of bullshit that I spurt out, you'll know that I usually look at one episode from each season, something like that, but in this case, I'm not going to do that at all. Instead, I'm looking at one episode from the 60s version, which is the original, the 90s version, and of course, the animated spin-off. So let's just start off with the 60s version, shall we?
The classic, the big one, the aged, cheesy, but still lovable series. I may have a grudge against kangaroos for being little shits, but I can't deny this is one catchy theme. We start off with some people in the dark with flashlights, so obviously poachers, where Skippy notices them. So naturally, Skip goes to warn the rangers about the holy shit, do rangers have a nice pad? I wouldn't think rangers on their salaries could afford fucking condos, but I guess I was wrong.
Although this was the 60s, so I guess it is possible to buy a house back then, as opposed to today. Like seriously, this piece of shit sold for $2 million. I'm fucked, mate.
Oh, go to bed, Skip.
Well, gee, fine, you dick. If only I had a nice comfy bed to sleep in.
The next day, the park ranger and the whitest Brady Bunch kid notice a couple of fishermen on the river.
Are you catching any?
Oh, yes, we're doing fine.
Good luck. They'll need it.
Fishing there, they will. They've got the wrong gear and they're in the wrong place.
And they're not very good fishermen.
Yeah, mate, not suspicious at all. Meanwhile, Skip finds an abandoned baby koala, which means it's a good shot to get all those Aussie animals in. Okay, that's pretty damn cute.
Where's its mother, Skip? Koalas don't leave their babies about.
Gas, white boy. Come here and tell me that if I fuck you in your ass, you punk white boy.
So it turns out that the park ranger, Matt Hammond, is leaving for a couple of days for work. Man, Matt Hammond, that's a name. Matt Hammond. And his son, Sonny Hammond. Wait, Sonny Hammond? Oh gee, he's just asking for his kid to get bullied, isn't he? Maybe that's why they live in a bush, to make sure the kids can't make fun of his London look teeth.
Get the London look.
So the next day, Skip warns Sonny about the poachers again, and this time he actually gets up.
What was that you said last night? Go to bed? Yeah, great advice, Sonny. You dick.
The next day, Sonny and his older brother, Mark, go to warn the flight ranger, Jerry, about the suspicious business. Oh my god, that jawline, that haircut, that tush. Ooh, it's scrumptious.
Dad and I saw some men on a cruiser down there yesterday. They were supposed to be fishing, but they couldn't have been. They had all the wrong gear.
They will. They've got the wrong gear and they're in the wrong place.
So they now have every right to be suspicious of that fishing boat that obviously wasn't fishing. So they call the authorities and...
I'm gonna swim out to the boat.
Or just strip. I'm not complaining.
Oh yeah, pretty boy, take that shirt off. Yo man, might want to take off the watch? No, okay. So Jerry goes full Sean Connery on the poachers, sneaking into a convenient conversation about how these guys sell koalas at a high price. And they also litter.
Now you fucked up!
Okay, so now they have proof that they are poachers, so they call the authorities and...
Or they go Metal Gear on their asses. Hell, just to see Jerry take off his shirt, I'll take that.
So this is the halfway point of the episode, and literally the next 10 minutes is just slow sneaking around, showing how the plan comes into fruition. Just sneaking, and silence, and more sneaking, and more stripping, and swimming, and sneaking while cutting to the poachers to show how much of a piece of shit they are. So after a whole bunch of nothing happens, we see Skippy making sure the poachers don't come back, and...
Wow, Skippy really kicks some ass, doesn't he?
The beers! The cages have gone! Quick, get him!
Jesus, this is a real slogfest. Just straight up getting bashed like you gave someone a dirty look in Cabramatta. And so the poachers of course get caught and arrested, just as Mark Hammond comes back. Ah yeah, just wipe the blood off your hands.
The new special ranger we're getting, Dad.
Oh, that's adorable.
God damn it, I awed at a kangaroo. I think it's the 60s charm that really softened my senses because, let me tell you something, when we get to the 90s version, that charm definitely wears off.
So after a combination of the most Aussie and 90s thing I've ever seen, as well as not as much of a catchy theme song, we get to see our two main kids, Jerry and Louise playing on a flying fox, and Skippy who is collared. That doesn't feel right. So Skippy tries to escape her tyrant owners and comes across another girl who tries to pet her, which then leads to the best editing you'll ever see.
Skippy! Watch out! You can't run across!
I've seen more impact from poking my yarn Yoshis out of boredom than that supposed collision. Also, that girl just runs off. I mean, they may be kids, but that's really inconsiderate. So Louise thinks she saw a rare wallaby, which is apparently incredibly rare and thought to be extinct by her dad, whose name is Sonny. Yeah, Sonny, as in the kid from the 60s version, who's grown up, had two kids, and now following in his father's footsteps. I gotta say, that's a nice touch. Although that mustache isn't doing him any favors.
I was too worried about that crazy girl who ran in front of Lou.
Yeah, mate, she's a right fucked up cunt. No, of course not. It actually turns out that girl who smashed into Lou and ran off turned out to be a family friend's daughter, Bridget, who also turns out to be deaf, hence why she couldn't hear about the warning beforehand.
Must be hard for her to have that handicap.
Deaf people don't think of themselves as having a handicap. The best thing you can do is treat her as a normal person, which she is.
Right across you start at her move right and Jerry.
Okay, that is really accurate. That is too accurate. You meet a disabled person and then you want to treat them like an old person, but then they throw you that curveball and you just go, just trying to. And you're just like, what the fuck do I do? And you're just like, yeah, but you can't treat them like an old person. Oh my god, I made fun of a deaf kid, I made fun of a deaf girl. I made fun of a deaf girl, that's what I did. That is what I did. I just made fun of a deaf girl. What the fuck? God.
So after the kids learn some sign language because this show needs to be inclusive, the adults go out to find the wallaby.
Thought you'd gone without me for a minute.
I'm sorry, Lou. I'd like to make this a proper scientific expedition.
Lou is very good in the bush, and her eyesight's probably twice as sharp as ours. What do you say?
Ooh, the head pat of shame. While the adults find some tracks, Louise finds some poop, and I've never seen a kid so happy to find poop in all my life.
But turns out she accidentally steps on the tracks in her excitement, meaning she gets beaten up and stays home from the embarrassment.
I'll find the wallaby myself. Then he'd see I got it right. Skippy!
Oh, you Skippy! Like the object she is! So the kids go out and try to find this marsupial for themselves because the internet wasn't really a thing yet.
Lou, we have to stop for a drink.
You can, but Skippy and I'll keep on going. You can catch up with us.
What? They're stopping for a drink of water and you go, oh god, that takes too much time, catch up with me fam, I won't get lost. But you'll never guess what? She gets lost. All because she couldn't wait for her brother and deaf friend to drink some water. Oh, is that water for me? Oh, thank god, I need a drink. No, okay. So after literally 5 minutes of watching her walk around and getting lost, the parents find out Lou is missing and call for a helicopter. I know I might be rushing here, but literally nothing is happening. It's just a bunch of talking. You know, it's stuff kids will get entertained by. Jerry gets a smart idea to climb a tree with the binoculars to try and find her. In a rainforest. It's like trying to find a needle in a haystack or sophistication in Blacktown. But by some dumb miracle he finds Louise. But of course, they can't communicate very well. So much so that...
Stop and what?
No, of course she doesn't die. She climbs back up and she doesn't seem fazed that she almost dropped to her death. So how will the kids communicate to each other? Well, remember the scene where the kids learned sign language for like a minute? Well, you can exactly see where this is going. And then, at the end, the parents aren't even mad, and surprisingly, Skippy barely does a damn thing.
Was I a bit too harsh there? I feel like I was, but at the same time, Round Twist was on, and that was way more interesting. Compared to that, this is just dull and slow. But at the same time, there were better episodes, like how there was a tiger friggin' on the loose.
We'll work something out.
I'm sorry, Mr. Flood.
His name is Mr. Fuck? So after watching that weaker version, what would come next? An animated version, of course, which makes sense considering the fact that Skippy didn't do a whole lot except look cute as fuck. Now he's wearing a spiffy trucker hat, cravat, and everything else that makes you look like a top bogan. Also, Skippy is male, even though Skippy was actually female the entire time. You know, this animation looks kind of familiar. I wonder what it is. Oh, it was produced by Joran Gross, who also animated Blinky Bill. That's interesting. Also, funny fact, that video still has a false claim made by Contour New Media Kids. So, that's a bunch of shit, you kanga cunts.
Although, despite my negativity, I can't get over that really catchy tune.
Skippy the what? Skippy the who? Skippy the bush kangaroo!
So, we are looking at an episode called The End of the World. So Skippy here is helping the local professor with some star searching early in the morning.
There's a 4:30 in the morning now?
And then Skippy just discovers a comet.
Congratulations! You've discovered a new comet!
Exactly how did you discover Skippy's comet?
Easy. I looked through the telescope and there it was.
Don't you find that oddly suspicious? Bad writing.
Easy. I looked through the telescope and there it was.
Well, let's come back down to earth, Skippy. What's on in Bushtown?
Tomorrow morning is the official opening of Bushtown.
Hello? You just discovered a comet here? I think that's pretty important.
Legit, they talk about the discovery of a new comet for like one sentence. And then it's about the opening of some aquarium and are her tits out? I think her tits are out. I mean, I don't see any clothing. It's either really badly drawn or something, but that's straight up a female crocodile not wearing anything over those scaly breasts.
God damn it, I'm trying not to be a porn channel here.
Oh, so that's one sassy pose there, mate. So this lady, who was the governor's wife, messes up the opening and everyone just laughs at her. Mercilessly. Who's really the bad guy here? So this walrus or seal or sea lion or whatever gives a tour of the underwater where pearls are being produced, and this creates some serious questions. There's anthropomorphic crocodiles and sea lions, but at the same time non-anthropomorphic fish and sharks.
But you've always been crazy about pearls.
But those are tiny! Even these are bigger!
She's a size queen, I see.
So as you can see, the animation isn't very smooth. It's passable, but not great, with its cheapness showing, mainly because this was aired on Channel 9. That's all the explanation you really need, honestly. So the sea lion here wants to show the biggest pearl they have, which of course wouldn't be a good idea seeing how you're setting up a target, but whatever.
Going, whoa, that,
Did that crab just called that oyster a dirty guy. Boy, you fucking dirty cunt, I'm gonna slap you right in the fucking clam face, you fucking... And after witnessing the pearl, the crocodiles want to buy it.
Buy it for me!
Buy it! I'll give you $100 for the pearl. Matey, the day the world ends is the day I part with that for less than $100,000.
Subtle!
Now listen, you pair of waterlogged lunkheads. If I'm gonna get this pearl, you gotta go down to that cave. Isn't it dangerous? Not as dangerous as my wife if she doesn't get that pearl.
Okay, I just want to verify that we're watching an Australian crocodile in a French-inspired mansion talking to a bull and Pumbaa who are both German. Okay, we're all set with that? Alright. So the two German, why the fuck are they German henchmen attempt to steal the pearl? Oh, come on, was that lock made of chocolate or something? But of course, they get thwarted, electrocuted, and tossed around, and vape. Vape Nation! After that failed attempt, they think of a much more ingenious idea. Pretend the world is ending.
Because that won't have any negative consequences, will it?
So how does he fool the town that the world will end? By taping a pearl onto a telescope which fools a professor.
Great galloping goldfish!
What? Oh, someone taped a pearl on the telescope like a complete idiot. To add more proof, he gets a bunch of doomsday prophets to chant a bunch of bullshit. And the people believe it. I mean animals. You know what I mean.
Fall to earth!
Fall to earth!
Well, that's the most panicky town I've ever seen. So the crocodiles collect the giant pearl while the sea lion says this line.
Enjoy it while you can. I'll be getting in my submarine now. It's the only safe place to be when that comet hits.
Are you kidding me? You're a fucking sea lion. You can just go underwater yourself. What difference does it make to go into a submarine? But of course, Skippy thinks it's all a bunch of bullshit because he's apparently the only one with a brain in this godforsaken town.
I smell a con.
And where there's a con, there's Croco.
Later, the maid in the observatory found the pearl on the telescope, meaning the gang finds out about the Croc's plan. I guess. And then after a feathered circle iris transition, they plan revenge.
Greeting, rotund and rapacious one. I bring sad news.
Oh my god, I can't tell if that is racist or just fucking stupid. Also, why are the prophets smiling?
Oh, and they drop nails on them. Because they want to kill them.
Oh, the sky is falling down, it's the end of the world!
That's definitely animation. So now the Crocs want to get into the submarine because they're crocodiles. They can go underwater too. Why do any of you need the submarine? Also, if he's the mayor of the town, why hasn't he been voted out yet? So after Skip reveals a plan to the Crocs, they still don't care and go underwater, meaning the sea lion has lost a submarine for 2 weeks, meaning they probably lose money, closes down, leading to an economic downfall of the land, as the people are looting and raping think the world's gonna end, being emphasized by two different groups of prophets.
And that was Skippy the Bush Kangaroo, all three versions of this legendary TV Australian icon. I'm sure there are more versions of this, but fuck it, I don't care. I just wanted to make fun of kangaroos because they're assholes. You know, come to think of it, I've been holding this grudge on for way too long. I mean, yes, a kangaroo did kick me in the chest when I was a toddler, but I was a toddler, for goodness sake. Kangaroos don't deserve a grudge like that. That was 17 years ago. And everyone deserves a second chance. Okay, maybe not everything, but I should just go outside and make amends with those furry little buggers, because Australians just find kangaroos outside, right?
Batter up, Skip boy!